Okay, the knob is right here. That's weird. Okay, somebody explain that to me. Does that look like a big doorbell? Friday, May 16th, 2025, still in Taunton. And we're headed to Dunster Castle. And my cough finally is going away after I got cough syrup.
About time.
Okay, well there's Dunster Castle. We just entered the park.
Nice if we can find some shade.
Right here. We're gonna get between those two cars.
Where?
Right here.
Head west toward Dunster Castle.
It's a little tight, but... Okay, you probably can't see it good. But there it is. Dunster Castle. England. Somerset.
The castle overlooks the town of Dunster, which is right down that road. We're looking at it now. And the gift shop, I believe, is located in that building, looking straight ahead.
Okay, so you can either go right or left. And the pretty entrance is supposed to be this way. So we're gonna go this way to view the castle. I wish my backyard looked like this. There's the road we came in on.
That's A39, and we drove down that road from Taunton, and it took about an hour. And if we would have kept going, we would have ended up at the coast.
These castles were built on the highest ground, of course, for defense. That was their purpose. There's actually another one right over there. Not sure, but I'll look that up, what that is. Okay, let me head back down here. These roots here grew through the pavement brick up, I guess, to this tree. Interesting. It's definitely cooler up here. So you can see the coastline, the water, and Wales. Which is where we're headed next, Wales. Private. Okay, the knob is right here. That's weird. Okay, somebody explain that to me. Does that look like a big doorbell? Maybe that unlocks the, when it used to work, would unlock the door. Okay, now we're back out. I guess this is the center portion.
And this is the Castle Coffee House Cafe. I don't think they know what this was used for originally. And this was the outdoor seating area that had some really amazing views. And this is the village of Dunster with a population of 817. The village grew up around Dunster Castle, which was built sometime between 1066 and 1090.
see my colleague, she'll give you a booklet with information in about each room, okay?
Okay.
Enjoy.
Main room. And then the drawing room's next. It's a hallway. The drawing room was a formal reception area used for entertaining guests and socializing after dinner. What you see is Dunster Castle has been around for around 1,000 years. It started off, as most castles did, as a defensive fortress made of wood. In this case, it was made by the Normans during the Norman invasions. In this particular case, it developed into a comfortable family home. The Luttrell family has lived at Dunster Castle since 1405 and is responsible for many changes that made the house what it is today. For instance, the outer gatehouse was built by Sir Hugh Luttrell in 1420, and George Luttrell created the Jacobean house in 1607, which is still at the core of the castle. Francis Luttrell married Mary Tregonwell, a wealthy heiress, in 1680, and together they remodeled the house into the current layout. And finally, the house we see today is a result of a major modernization done in the 1860s by George Frowns Luttrell. When it's running, you can see the train through this window. So this is a dining room. This is a dining room.
I do. You know what I feel like until at least after lunch.
I can already get excited because anything that you need to plus, the second time you get time, you get on with it.
They
Okay. Okay, finally, I know how to set the silverware.
The first time he I went to destroy his box and you can't do it still the values and just around you. But the second time, that's basically no, it's not nourishing you.
But loads of the stuff that you've got, like vitamins that you buy in
Yeah.
the supermarket, everyone's been cooked and frozen.
Sure.
and thawed and whatever.
But that's what I'm saying, if you're going to get something that's already
The kitchen was last updated in the 1960s by the Luttrell family, who lived there until the 1970s. I'm hungry, so I'm going to push the button. Dang, I guess the food isn't ready yet.
Look at how fancy these stairs are.
Okay, now I'm walking up to the second floor. Most of the portraits hanging on the wall are of the Luttrell family and related relatives, I guess. And there's a bunch of them because the Luttrells lived in Dunster Castle for over 600 years.
The morning room.
The morning room was primarily used by the lady of the house to prepare for the day, such as creating schedules, activities for the day, and sometimes they would eat breakfast in the morning room.
What a view.
And you can just see Wales over there across the Bristol Channel. Please don't try the bell pull. They're fragile and they will break easily. The wisteria room was named after the wisteria that climbed outside the wall by the window. When George Frowns inherited the castle in 1867, it had been lived in by successive bachelors for the last 80 years and was lacking the facilities needed by his large family, hence his major renovation. Some days of the week we do Tuesdays and Wednesdays. As you go up with the available, you can come pay an extra £3 each and come to the tour hours. So you get to see both the male and female sides. And they can go up with stories like, automatic dismissal. It is believed some of them did try it right. The secret passage was believed to be an escape route for the future King Charles, who was a prince at the time, during the First English Civil War.
up until we went through each complex.
That's where we came from, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's the morning room at the top of the main. You can come through this way if you want. It's alright. 98% of visitors do exactly what you've done, so don't worry about it.
This is the genealogy of the Dumont and Luttrell family that shows, as mentioned in the last photo, some members of royalty that are not connected with the Des Moines or Luttrell lines.
That's where we started.
Hello,
Hey, how you doing?
welcome to the reading room. This was the original kitchen. So for the first 250 years, this room and the gun room was the kitchen. This whole wing were kitchen and service rooms to support the kitchen. So what is behind that wall, which is now the justice room, that was originally a large pantry. The muniments room was originally a larder, and the most striking difference, when you go into the library originally was 3 sculleries, albeit when you go up the steps to the library, the floor has been lifted. When it was a scullery, the floor level was the same level as the corridor that you just walked along. There was a very low ceiling, and there was a mezzanine structure above. So when they created the library, they raised the floor level so that the access to the principal rooms in the castle was the same. They took out the low ceiling and they took out the mezzanine above.
Wow.
And the total renovation, which also included 2 new towers where they added to accommodation that they needed, finished in 1872, came to a sum of £25,350, and that in real terms relates to 6.33 million. Wow. If you come via the Bridgewater direction, you may have seen when the village of Kilve, the Hood Arms, the public house. That's again is part of the family as well. They were big landowners. But as we say with things, what causes you your greatest success can also be your means for downfall. And that certainly happened with the Luttrells, because by being big landowners, it required people to pay the rents. And in 1873 was the first year of a 23-year Great Agricultural Depression. And the penultimate year, 1895, government introduced for the first time death duties on land. And so for the Luttrells, what it meant was they were having to sell their major asset, the land, to pay the death duties at each generation's demise. And when you go next door into the justice room, see if you can catch the small exhibition to the right, which explains how successive governments of the 20th century have used death duties to pay for public services. Now, for those who believe there should be a more equal society, death duties was the major means to bring that about. And so that's why a lot of families, such as the Luttrells, lost their preeminence as landowners, because they didn't have the cash in the bank to be able to cover death duties. So they were selling more of their only assets. So they were a family who were asset rich, cash poor.
Thank you.
Hello, how good is you? I thought you wanted to hear about what happened at the Dunster estate in the 20th century. Well, in 1920, Geoffrey Luttrell, his wife Alice, and son Walter returned from Australia to live at Dunster Castle. The castle had been empty for 10 years, as Geoffrey's father Alexander preferred to live at their other
Library.
Supposed to be, well, the internet should work in every room then, shouldn't it? But then it just, I got used to it. Anyway.
Guess we're... Okay. Well, that's it. Let's head on out. How'd you like to have to cut that with a push lawnmower? As soon as you get done, it'd be time to do it again. Dunster Castle.
Dunster Castle, 1,000 years of history, introduction later, here we go.
End it now.